One of the things we've been working very hard on is to stop a state land sale of 160 acres that they want to use for their dump. The auction's scheduled for April 29th. We've repeatedly asked Governor Hobbs not to auction it, but she won't talk to us directly. But the press says that she plans to continue with the auction.
It's horrible.
And so we would, is there any way you could communicate with Governor
Oh,
Hobbs?
I've been trying to. We've talked about this issue and the other mining projects in 7.
And what's their response?
We don't have a choice. We have to. It's just not true. I think that we could just make it a lot more difficult, and maybe not prevent it forever, but at least get in the way enough for our administration to change. I think that there's a handful of elected officials and that feel like Arizona is a mining state and have always been and will always be, and that's just sort of right. And part of the problem that I don't think people are really fully grasping is, we have ecotourism. We have a lot of other, ways for us to bring resources into the state, and then once we destroy it, it's gone. And there's no way to replace it. And I think that she needs to hear from us. This is a very critical time for the future of Arizona. And she wants to continue to represent Arizona. She needs to listen to the people that live here and not the outside interests that have, and I appreciate that the state has a lot of pressure. But I think that part of what we've seen across the country and a lot of different issues is when locally we stand together and the states fight back, that we get something done. It might not happen right away, but at least it slows the process down, and that's really, at this point, what I'm hoping for.
We helped organize a one-page ad. I don't know if you saw it, but it was in Capital Times. We ran it a month ago. Every member of the Tucson City Council, 3 members of the Board of Supervisors, the Tuolumne Nation, the San Xavier District, 4 state legislators, including the House Assistant Minority Leader and the Senate Minority Leader, signed this letter asking the governor to withdraw the sale of the 160, which is a huge windfall for Hudbay, worth hundreds of millions of dollars,
Right.
And they'll get it for under $1 million. Is there anything else that can be done to make it clear to the governor that this is a terrible project?
Send us that information, and I'd be happy to sign it and ask my colleagues to sign it as well and send it to her. It makes me sick, really. Like how beautiful this is and how it's going to look. And the fact that it will just be one big ugly pile. Whether you believe in like the history of the land or not, this is beautiful. And it's something that we need to protect. And we can't just throw our hands up and say, well, it's a federal fast track program. Well, we don't have any say. That's wrong. That's wrong. For these kind of laws, our responsibility is to fight back against them. And that is something that I learned from my dad, who he learned from his parents, and generations to come. So we are going to continue this fight because we don't have any other choice. If we roll up our sleeves and say, well, we can't do anything about it, we're so very sorry, that's such a disservice to the people here and the people that we need to protect this space for. What they want to do here is heartbreaking. It's devastating, and we can't allow it to happen without a big fight. We're scheduling a meeting with the governor to talk about a lot of issues. Almost all of them for me are mining. I appreciate what she's done in vetoing bills and some of the things that she's done that have been really helpful. In this case, for our environment here in Southern Arizona, I need her to be stronger.